Do you have any favorite songs on the new album?
Favorite songs, different times. Yeah. During this tour, it was maybe "Why Don't You Stay?" I thought was really good. "If You Want It" is just a great song. It's one of those songs you write when you just think, you just know it's kind of really top song. I knew that very quickly once we'd written it, and definitely when we recorded it, I knew it was a top song. Yeah.
What are your expectations for this new album? Commercially, for example?
It's hard to tell now because commercially it's all just luck. Yeah, so you just do what you can. You do as much as you can and play as much and try and get it out there to as many people as possible. But if one thing I've really learned is there's a lot of luck involved. I've met all kinds of I've written songwriters from somebody just starting off who's never written anything before to Peter Gabriel, and I've released records, all sorts. I've seen records released which are terrible, which are amazing, which sell loads, and lots of records which are amazing sell nothing. So I think you can't really do anything about it. You just have to do your best, and there's stacks of luck involved.
So this is the last night of a 3-week Italian tour. How have people? You're tired now. How have people received your new songs?
Instantly good. I think they're instantly. Yeah, listen to the record. I think you can instantly get into it. You can see what I'm coming from. It's very. I think it's very easy to like it if you're open-minded about it. I think it's the Irish Times said it was a recession-busting record. I think it's a very positive record, but not unrealistic. There's a lot of love, very emotional love songs in it, and it's tied together for me by a story, which you can get into if you want to get into the story. Although it's written at very different times with different people. So it's not a very first-person record. It's not as much of a first-person record as all my other records.
So do you think that writing the next album, has this collaboration project changed your way of writing yourself as well?
Yeah, it's funny because the last songs I wrote are on Troubadour, another EP which I put out through the fan club. The fan club puts out records with songs that don't fit on regular records. So I've written loads of songs which I just don't know how they're going to be in a record yet. I really don't know yet. I don't know. But I've written a lot. I think the next thing is that I have this great little studio myself, and they're kind of really homemade. The songs I write and record there, but in one way they're pretty charming to me. So, or they're hard hitting. Like the Troubadour songs are very, very political, and the next one I do, I don't know what the theme is yet. I don't know yet. It's the first year of this one, so it's not a long time yet.
Are you already writing new songs, or is it something that you've taken a break from right now?
Well, I've written a book, and writing the book took a long, long time. It took way more time than writing a record. And that's the next thing that'll come out. It's a book called 21st Century Trobadour.
What is that all about?
Life on the road. If you followed me with that camera around Europe or around the world, then you'd see what it's about. But I never had anybody do that, so I wrote it down. And most of it's facts, but there's a lot of fiction in there as well. So it's not like a memoir. It's not an autobiography in it. It's just about life on the road. It's about the life on the road that you don't always see.
What has surprised you the most about writing a book like that? Is there something that's been revealed about yourself that you weren't really aware of, for example?
The tone is important. The tone of the narrator. You know, because rock books, they usually...
Thank you very much.
Thank you. For this. Thank you. Thank you very much. Grazie. See ya.
Congratulations again. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again.
Sure.
Thank you.
Ciao. Where was I? Oh,
For the book.
yeah. The tone is, to get right, the tone is good. Rock books they're written really badly usually, and ones with lots of celebrities doing bad things are interesting, I guess, in a sort of gossip magazine way. I really wanted to write it like a book. I mean, I've read hundreds of books. I spent my whole childhood reading books, and yeah, it's a proper book. It's not a memoir by a rock guy.
So this is your first real narrative book.
Yeah, and a lot of that self-congratulatory tone which most rock books have really annoys me. So it's nothing like that. It's the opposite, in fact.
Are you going to write another one?
I'd love to write a novel, yeah, but I'd have to have time to do that. I don't really have time. The On the Road, the book I've written, it's all written in dressing rooms and airport lounges and backstage places, hotel rooms, that kind of place. Service stations, motorway service stations.
And funny fans?
It's got crazed fans, depressed promoters,
What is the most,
all sorts of things in it.
speaking about the book, is it from, all over the world or just a particular time in your career?
When it starts, funny enough, yeah, good question. The compilation came out, and a book of poetry of mine came out called The Music of What Happens, and it was half a book of lyrics and half a book of poetry put together. And it really starts where that finished, because a lot of the poems there about growing up and up until 1999 that was. And this book's, funny enough, it starts in 2000. Though it's most of it is in the last 3 or 4 years, but it does start just after the poetry book comes out. And it starts the night before I go on tour, because the night before I go on tour is a strange experience.
What way?
Well, the co-star of the book is my bag. It's called The Bag, and it's the heaviest thing, one of the heaviest things known to man on this earth. And the bag is rumoured to have landed as a meteorite, and possibly around the time that the dinosaurs became extinct. And the bag and I are companions, and we go around the world together. And that's where it starts. And so, as well as learning about, I don't know, playing in Italy, what it's like to be on the road in England, tell me about the motorways in England, the motorway service stations, the crazy people you meet in Scotland. Apart from all of that, you learn how to check in bags which are overweight on EasyJet without paying excess baggage fees, which are anathema to the musician. That's the end of the road for a musician, is if you have to pay excess baggage fees, it's just, you can't do it. And you learn which are the right hand signals to make on Italian motorways when somebody cuts you up.